say no, they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set up, 50, plant. 54 miles. He can't hang. He's not going to get it. Go.
Throwing on first down. Reed. That is caught by Cullen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Slam. 6-6, pull it high.
Now Reed from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check 43. Switch. Lefty. Back. Check.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The 26-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. Guys, stay playing. Let's go. Check. It's done.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
120. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the kick by Elliott is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let him know.
2nd and 5. And he finds Penny. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready. Mike 54. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
That's got to be a long... Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, check 24. Check
3-0
24.
after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles 3, Bears nothing.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
53. Check. Go. Down to lose 1. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. 2.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Say.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's pick up.
Reed, go throw again. And he completes it to Cohen. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Switch. Check that. Go.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
General West.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
5-9.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Least by two. Check. 80 weapon. Check.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Check 3. Check flag. Check 13.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Another run with Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here I come again. 25, check 25, check 1.
On second down now. Glass. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 27 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Bang, bang, bang. Lefty. Bang, bang. Greystone, travel. Undercross. No. Undercross.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Reed now on first down. He's got Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Looking to throw. Reed. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the Eagles' 32-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on second and 12. It's complete. This is Starks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The Tuck Roll,
didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this in Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England. When they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Check. Watch it before. Roll out. Hey. You tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up. Check three. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Sure. Pilot, 64. Weak. Wide. Get wide. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. We got double up. Check 24. Hey, Sam get it.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they're back within 8. It's 15-7.
Makes the score Eagles 15. Bears 7.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 at the 45. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10, right at the 40. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. On first down, Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second and 9 now. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them. But they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Reed. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Take 4, take 4. Hey, sprint.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Eagles on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 43. Switch.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
We play to win. Let go.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wentz on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
And they will take a knee here.
Wentz on the keeper.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they take a knee.
Wentz on the keeper.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. They said beginning